sound almost as good as the staff band, don't they? Oh dear, she's not switched on. Are you on?
Am I on? Yes,
oh,
I'm
yeah,
on. I'm on. Aren't they tremendous? Butlins Band 2007. They seem to get bigger every year. Certainly the top cornet player there, he gets bigger every year.
And do you know what? I discovered, are you not hot tonight? If you want to cool down,
yes,
you have to join the band.
Yes.
Because for some strange reason, the air conditioning is working right above the band. Whether it says anything about the amount of hot air that's coming from that corner, I don't know.
I think so.
But join the band and get cool. It's cool to be in the band. It's great to see a band.
Yes.
I think it's going to be the best yet, don't you?
It is.
Best yet.
We
Especially
decided...
when I come join the
I can't go word in edgeways, can I? Started.
Sorry, did you want to say something?
We decided, for our sing-along tonight, we would keep the space theme. So all our songs tonight have a sort of very tenuous link to sort of space and creation. And our first song we're going to sing is God's Soldier Marches As to War.
We'll have to see if they can see what...
Now, can you see why we've chosen this song? Aliens! That's right! On an alien shore, that's why we chose it. But this song is a great song, isn't it? And I think that's what we're going to do. We might not be filling the world, but we're going to be filling Butlins, aren't we? Definitely, over this week. So, let's sing the song through. The bandmaster's going to bring us in. This year. Keith, go and find out who it is. Go and find it. We all want to know, don't we?
What's your name? Morgan. Morgan, where are you from, Morgan? Portsmouth. Portsmouth! Is there anyone else in Portsmouth? Are you on your own? Oh. Morgan's all on his own. Oh, there's three over there. So,
he just didn't want to sit with the rest of his family, is that right? I've got sons like that. I have a son now who is 11, who I cannot understand it, but he gets terribly embarrassed by his mum. I couldn't understand that. And he keeps saying, and now he's got to stop Scottish accent, so he keeps going, Mom, don't, stand still, don't. It's terrible.
I have to say, I did phone Catherine up the other week in this very strange voice. I said, hello?
I know, hello.
I've got the wrong household.
He says, I know, it's like Ken. I don't know what he's saying, but he seems to be happy. We're going to go to our next song, which is a song called Teach Me to Dance. Yes? This is a lovely song.
Now, what's the tenuous link here?
Now, the tenuous link here is that it reminds us that God has created the heavens and the earth. And that is just a tremendous thought, isn't it? Sometimes that's quite awe-inspiring. The weather this year has been atrocious, hasn't it? Awful. But I have to say, you've had it worse down here than I've had in North Scotland. You all said to me, it's going to be terrible weather and you're going to be cold. But we haven't had any floods. We haven't even had much snow. You had much more snow than we did. The Lord looks after the righteous. This is the thing.
No, actually, I think the scripture is the sun shines on the righteous and the unrighteous evenly.
Evenly.
Or whatever it is.
Well,
don't worry, it'll be your turn next year.
But it is awe-inspiring, isn't it? I mean, you know, we like to have the sun and we like to have, but sometimes this freaking is an amazing power. And some of the waves and some of the things that we've seen in the hurricanes. But we have to remember that God is a God of creation. And he made the heavens and the earth. But we're going to sing this song. This is a great song. And Mike is going to help us on the bit.
And feel free to get up and dance. And who's on the technical crew tonight?
I don't know. Is that Dale?
Was that Dale? Dale, was that your mistake?
Somebody pushed the wrong button. Now
but we're really glad, I think we're just glad to say it's nice to see Paul and Dale again, isn't it?
It is. It's
Paul and Dale work very hard to get this place here, and they do lots of work before they get here, and they sit quietly up the back there.
And you notice he's got an almost normal haircut this year, Dave.
He has.
Yeah?
So when you're going out tonight, just say, bye boys.
Yeah.
Do better tomorrow night.
Now, we have in front of me here a case.
Du-du-du.
Goodness me, somebody's brought a lot of clothes. Oh, right. This is the case. Now somebody is going to get home tonight, going to open their case and realise they've got the wrong one. Because this is the wrong case that was taken off the Yorkshire coach. So if you come from Yorkshire, okay, you need to have a look in your case when you get back, because this could be yours. You could have the wrong case. It also means somebody else hasn't got their case, doesn't it?
Are we allowed to open it and see what's
No,
inside?
we won't open it, because it could be very embarrassing. It could be very embarrassing for somebody. No, we're not going to open it.
I mean, we ought to open it for caution.
No, that's awful. No, don't.
You sure it's not yours, Kathy?
I know. I suggest that you come very quickly to claim it before he starts holding things up. Right. We thought that you might like to know what some people have been up to in this last year. It doesn't seem a year, does it, since we met last?
That's your age, dear.
Well, it just doesn't. By the time we'd got started, I thought it feels as if it was only last week that we're all back again. And it's lovely to see so many familiar faces. But some things have been happening this year, and some people have had quite an eventful year. Other dramatic things have happened. But we thought you might like to know what some of us as a team have been doing. And I'm going to invite Katie to come up first. Because Katie's had an eventful year. Yes, she has. Ooh. Katie, do you want to tell us a bit about
I've been practicing my timbre this year. I don't quite know my sixes and eights. Humpty Dumpty, Chitty Bang Bang. I've been practicing. I forgot to say, timbrels is 12:30 till 1:30. Doesn't start at 1:30. Yes, this year I've had an eventful year because I've been called to be an officer. And do you know what? I went in to see the divisional commander, and he said, "How did you get called to be an officer? What happened?" And do you know where it started last year? It was here at Butlins. Isn't that amazing? So I've had a very exciting year going through all of that, and you know. And it all started because of Butlins last year, so I'm very grateful for that.
And something else happened exciting this year. Something we prayed about last year.
Did it?
Yes.
Oh yes! Something else very exciting happened. My boyfriend, James, he became a Christian in March. Isn't that exciting? I almost forgot.
That's tremendous, isn't it? It's tremendous, and we're so thrilled. Though Katie, we could have told you that, couldn't we? She's so great, and she's so full of the Lord, and it was brilliant to have her here last year, and it's really brilliant to have her again this year. Other people have been doing some exciting things as well. Jenny, can you come and tell us what you've been doing?
Well, Mike and I have had certainly an amazing 6 months. In January of this year, we actually went into Wellingborough Salvation Army as interim leaders, and I just want to kind of put on record at Butlins that we had the most fantastic 6 months. It was wonderful to be with those people, to get to know people, to have an ongoing platform ministry and a pastoral role, and God just blessed us through those people so much. And those of you here tonight from Wellingborough, praise God, thank you for your friendship and for the fellowship that we shared in those days. It was just the most brilliant experience.
Thank you, Jenny. We're going to sing again, and it's a song that has got an obvious link this time. As soon as the words go up on the screen, you will know. The band are going to help us. This one. Yeah? Can you remember the last verse? Hundreds of planets. That's right, hundreds of planets. The band are going to help us sing it through.
This is especially for Katie, because we sang this morning coming down on the bus. Katie had never heard it before. Well, you said you had. You said you didn't know it.
No. Okay, Keith. We just start, Kevin, because Keith just keeps going
Sorry,
on.
that's
So just ignore him.
There are hundreds of stars, thousands, millions, and too many, far too many. There must be. There's a hundreds of stars, thousands of stars. God knows everyone, but God knows me. There are hundreds of flowers, thousands, millions of flowers, spread the letters, let the world to see. There are hundreds of thousands, millions of flowers, but God knows everyone and God knows me. There are hundreds of planets, thousands, millions, way out in space, which has a place by God's decree. There are hundreds of thousands, millions of planets, but God knows everyone and God knows me. There are hundreds of children, thousands, millions, and yet there lives a wisdom on God's memory. There are hundreds of thousands, millions of children, but God knows everyone and God knows me and me.
Keith just made a really important point there, that sparrows are now an endangered species. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? When that song was written, they were everywhere. Now, they're an endangered species. That's very, very sad. I've had an interesting year in North Scotland. We average driving about 1,000 miles a week. Because our area is so massive. And I've had a very interesting, because I have no sat-nav in our car. And I was asked to go and do a home league in Fort William, which from Aberdeen is 5 hours drive. And I thought I would be clever, and instead of going round the Cairngorm Mountains, I thought I would go over them. Now, I didn't know, nobody told me. There was a few sniggers in the office, but I got my map out and I went, and this was in February. Halfway over, I took a wrong turn, and I ended up driving next to a ski slope going up, and the skiers coming down with snow banked on either side, going over the Cairngorm. And when I got to the other side, I was like this, shaking. And the lady said, "Did you have a lovely journey?" I said, "Oh, yes, wonderful." It's certainly been interesting, but it's been a joy to meet so many new people. And I would ask you to pray for North Scotland. Most of our corps are very tiny corps, perhaps only having sort of 10 on a Sunday. Certainly not many soldiers, but then there's not many people up there. There isn't much of anything up there, really. There's a lot of mountains, but we really need you to pray for North Scotland, because the army, we're struggling, to be honest, in a lot of these very, very remote areas. And I said that this week when I came down from DHQ, I said I'm sure that all my friends at Butlins will pray for our army up there, and pray that the Lord is going to do something very special, because I believe that God is doing something very special. But I believe it hasn't got to us yet, but it will do. But I was hearing about something really special that has happened this year to a gentleman over here, and I want to come down because I think you'd want to hear this as well. It's his first time at Butlins, and he's from Ireland. He's called David. I was told he's from Ulster. That's right, isn't it? Ulster. He's from Ulster. And it's his first year at Butlins for a very special reason, really. Can you tell us what's happened this year?
This year I gave my to the Lord Jesus Christ on June the 3rd, because I was an alcoholic. And I came to the Lord on the Congress in July or June the 3rd this year in Belfast, in King's Hall. And I thank the Lord with all my heart for healing me, bringing me out of the rut. And now I am working in the Salvation Army job, helping out there as well. And hopefully I'll be there for many years to come, serving the Lord.
Isn't that wonderful? That's David there. He doesn't know many people, so please go up and say hello to him and welcome him, because we're so thrilled, David. And it's early days, isn't it? Found the Lord in June, and that's just tremendous. Now, I think the band are going to play for us, is that right? Oh, they're not? Oh. Yeah, I know, but we really like you. They're really good.
You can sight read, can't you?
Just anything. God, we really want to hear them, don't we? Now this is going to be something, because they're going to sight read this. So this is going to be something. Here they come. They're going to play.
Didn't they do well? Thank you, band. That was great. And Kevin, I think you might have some budding conductors behind the bar over there who are conducting all the way through that, so... Right, another song. This one, actually, it's a rumba or a samba or something like that. Made in the likeness of God. Do you know it? Now, do you know what this song is? This is actually based on a psalm. Do you know what the psalm is? What was that? Psalm 8. Major Bar knows his Bible. That's good, that's good. This was written...
doing Bible study tomorrow, isn't
this song was written in 1982. Oh, thank you. Well, I was 18, and it was written for a music... No, I tell a lie, it was 1983, and it was written for a musical called Breakthrough. And I was a young 19-year-old, and took part in that musical. It was written by Major Joy Webb. And there was a little bit of a dance routine to this, all right? And, you know, I know what you lot are like. You love to get up on your feet and do a little bit of boogieing and have a bit of a dance, don't you? Good. All right, so it's very easy. It's just a 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. All right, that's the basic step.
Did you notice the hip action?
But you can do whatever you want with that. So if you want to sort of do a little bit more, you know, hip action and all that, and wave your arms around or whatever, feel free to do what you want. So let's sing the song through. I can't see a lot of movement going on out
It's been a long day, long journey.
Well, if you don't want to stand, you can wave your hands in the air and things, all right? You know, Mexican waves, that sort of thing, you know. When we get to the chorus, let's have a... Think tropical. Think bananas and coconuts and grass skirts and all those sort of things, all right? And let's go... Here we go. Just because you're sitting over there and you've got music stands in front of you, you can still shake your hands and things, all right? Let's see those hands in the air. Here we go. You have given me a place to be, in the likeness of God. Only angels are ahead of me, in the likeness of God.
That was good, wasn't it? It's good to get going. It's lovely to know that we're made in the likeness of God. We're going to slow it down a bit, calm it down a bit, so that we can cool off a bit before we start thinking about more serious things. But we're going to sing a beautiful song that I know that is a favourite of many. Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder. And of course, we say that we consider all the worlds thy hand has made. It's a beautiful song. This always comes up, doesn't it? Number one, when they do the 100 best tunes or the songs of praise. It's such a marvellous song. And let's just relax in his presence as we sing this beautiful song through.
I see the stars, I
Adrian Barr with us this week. I'm sure you're going to make him very welcome, and he's now going to come and speak to us.
Thank you. That's an enthusiastic introduction. I have to say, it is a thrill to be here. I love the seaside. Do you love the seaside? I was brought up at the seaside. I was brought up in a place that many people from Glasgow used to come for their holidays, a place called Saltcoats. Do you know it? Any of you been to Saltcoats? Yes, not many folk have heard of it. And they wrote a song specially for those of us who came from Saltcoats. It's called From Stinking Sands He Lifted Me. It's famous for its seaweed when the tide goes out. It's my great privilege and
do that again, please. Happens to me every time, doesn't it? It's the name of the game, and I wanna play the game with you. Life can be very entertaining if you don't play the game with you. And I wanna play the game with you. Nice to see ya, And that's as far as the Bruce Forsyth impersonation goes, because I don't do accents, you know that. Hello everybody! Have you had a good day so far? Well, it's going to get even better now. So, how many of you remember the generation game? You're all very old then, aren't you? One or two of the youngsters having time to explain to them what it is. I have to say I do remember it. Well, we've got a great evening ahead of you tonight, and lots of fun things, so I hope you're going to enjoy what we do. So let's get off to start straight away. Oh no, I have to introduce you to my gorgeous assistant, because you know, they always have gorgeous assistants. This is Penelope. You look gorgeous, Penelope, give us a 12. Now, Penelope, would you tell us who our first two contestants are, please?
Tonight, Keith, our first contestants of the evening are Matthew and Edwina. They are mother and son from Southampton.
Give them a round of applause. Welcome this evening. And our second contestants,
Our
please.
second team this evening, Keith, they are Jonathan and Sandy. They are fellow officers from Yorkshire.
And which is the older and younger? Right, thank you. So, here we go. Now, round one. Now, you do know how the game's played, don't you? We give you tasks to do, you get points for the tasks that you have to do, and at the end of two games, the couple that have got the most points will go on to the final round, and the other couple, unfortunately, we will lose. So, the first task is called Butt Heads. Now, any idea what a butt head might be? Let's see. Can I have my demonstrators, please? The lovely Anna and Mark. So, are you going to demonstrate to us what you have to do? Okay? Okay, I think you get the general idea. It's a little bit chaotic with you two. Not quite sure you grasped how that game is played properly. So, do we have the other set of butt heads? So let's have, first of all, let's have Edwina and Matthew. You will do the first one. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a mark that you're not to come behind, all right? Not this mark. Right, so if you'd like to put that head on there. If you'd like to put that on there. So, which one of you would like to catch the balls, and which one of you would like to throw to start with? You catch and throw just to start with, then we'll swap over, right? So, we have, how many have we got? We've got 6, no, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 balls. So you get 3 balls to throw at your mum, and then your mum gets 3 balls to throw at you. So if you'd like to come and stand here, right, face your mum, and if you'd like to stand about there somewhere, that'd be great. Okay, so there are your 3 balls. You don't have to hold them, you can put them on the floor if you want to. Okay, number 1, so mum, be ready for... Okay, here we go, and... Oh, okay. And again. Yeah! Okay, so 1. Here we go. Oh, okay. And now mum, you get a go. So far, no, keep one on there, keep that one on. All right. Okay. Here we go. Excellent one. Another one. Oh, excellent. Another one. Wow. Okay, so you get 2 points per ball. So we have 1, 2, 3. So double that up, and we get 6 points, Penelope. Well done. Take a seat. Let's have Jonathan and Sandy. So who's going to throw first? Okay, Jonathan will throw first, so if you'd like to line up there. And Jonathan, back here. Good. Okay, so Jonathan, here's your first ball. Can you up? No. We're not having you being all holy here, all right? Here we go. Here we go. First ball. Oh, good. Well done. No leaning forward. That's it. Thank you. No. Okay. Yes. Okay. Well done. Okay. And Sandy, you get to throw at Jonathan. Do that one first. Second one. Okay. So 1, 2, so 4 points for Sandy and Jonathan. Press Mark or Anna to come and clear the balls there for me, please. Good. So, Penelope, can you tell us so far what the scores are?
The scores so far, Keith. Jonathan and Sandy have 4 points, and Matthew and Edwina have 6 points.
So well done, Edwina and Matthew. Now, the second one is, do you know who it is yet? Okay, we are going to show you, so we need pen and paper for each team. Perhaps let's have Jonathan and Sandy, if you'd like to come over this side. if you'd like to stand there, and Edwina and Matthew, if you'd like to stand up here. We are going to have pictures of members of staff come up on the screen, but they will have been pixelated, which means they'll have been disfigured more than they normally are. And you have to, you have to write down who you think the member of staff is. Now, I know what happens. You lot feel very tempted, don't you, to go, oh look, it's Melvin! Right? We'll have none of that. The first person to do it out loud gets shot. Okay? So even if you think you know who it is, keep it quiet. Okay. Can we have the first member of staff up, please? Good, isn't it? Who do you think that is? Those of you that were here last year will obviously recognise that straight away. Okay? Any ideas? Put anybody down. Put in them. Okay. Don't know anybody? Oh. They haven't either, so you're fine. You're okay. Well, then, shush! No! That's fine. There is somebody. No. They know us. Right, okay, members of staff, come out then and show your faces. Well, I don't know who's coming up.
Okay, the choice of names for this photograph are: is it A, Catherine? Is it B, Keith? Or is it C, Anna?
Okay, number 2.
The choice of names for this photograph are: is it A, Jenny? Is it B, Melvin Hart? Or is it C, Catherine?
Okay, number 3.
The choice of answers for this picture are: is it A, Mike on the piano? Is it B, Ian Browning? Or is it C, Mark Wagmore? Keith, Ian or Mark?
No, it's Mike, Ian or Mark.
Mike, Ian or Mark?
Okay, number 4. What's the Mona Lisa?
The choice of these pictures are: is it A, Catherine? Is it B, Mark? Or is it C, Katie?
Okay, number 5. This one, is this A, Keith Burridge, B, Melvin Hart, C, Michael Caffel? Okay, number 6.
The choices for this are: is it Nathan on the drums? Is it Keith Turton? Or is it Ian Payne?
Okay, number 7.
Is this Anna? Is this Jenny? Or is this Mark? Or,
That's the wrong, you looked at the wrong list for that one.
I must have done, is this Melvin Hart? Or is this Keith? Or is this Kevin?
I only know because I've seen the pictures.
Good job.
And is that number 7? Is that 7? Yeah. This is A, Melvin Hart, B, Mark Waghorn, or C, Justin Reeves. And number 8? Oh, that was number 8, okay. Okay, so, Penelope, if you'd like to look at their list and we'll look at ours, let's have a look. So, what do you have for number 1?
For number 1, Keith, we have Anna.
And we have Anna too, so that's 2 points to each team. And we'll wait until they've said it, see if the audience can see, please, on the back. Number 2.
For number 2, Keith, we have Catherine.
Which Catherine?
Wiles.
Wiles? Is it that Catherine or the other Catherine?
No, I only gave one Catherine as an option, Keith.
Sorry? Oh, did you?
gave one Catherine as an option.
Yes, but there are 2 Catherines, aren't there?
I only gave one Catherine as an option.
Oh, right. So it was Catherine what? Catherine Wiles. Okay, that's fine then, good. And what do you think it is? Correct, Catherine Wiles. There she is with her mouth open. Number 3.
For number 3, Keith, we've got Ian.
And we've got Mike. And it is in fact... It is Ian, looking very serious. Okay, so that's 2 points for Jonathan and Sandy. No points, I'm afraid, for you two. Okay, number 4.
For number 4, Keith, we've got Katie.
And we've got Katie, and it is, in fact, Katie! So that's 2 points for both teams. Okay, number 5. We have...
For number 5, Keith, we have Melvin.
And we have Keith. And it is in fact Keith Burridge. Shame on you two. Okay, and the next one. So that's correct. Okay, so that's 2 points for Matthew and Edwina, none for you two. Okay, this one.
For number 6, Keith, we have Keith.
And we have Nathan. And it was in fact me. So that's 2 for that side and none for this team. Okay, number 7.
For number 7, Keith, we have Kevin.
And we have Kevin too. And it is indeed Kevin. Well done. So that's 2 for each team. And finally, number 8.
For number 8, Keith, we have Mark.
And we have Justin. So, who is it? It's Mark. Okay. So that's 2 for that side and none for this side. So, the points for that round, Penelope.
The points for this round, we have Matthew and Edwina with 12 points. And we have Jonathan and Sandy with 12 points.
So, come back to your chairs. You've got 10. Okay, so actually we have a slight alteration there because you only got 10 points for that one. Okay, so Penelope, for both rounds, what have we got?
Matthew and Edwina have 16 points. Jonathan and Sandy have 16 points.
Right, okay, so we're going to have a tiebreaker. So, please nominate one person from each of your teams, please. So one of you, it'll be to answer a question. Okay. I've got to think of a question now. Right. The question is... It's awful how your mind goes completely blank when you've got to think of a question, isn't it? Okay. This year, there are two organisations that are celebrating their centenary. 100 years. One is in the army, one's out of the army. Any ideas? Yes. Scouts is one, Jonathan. Homely. Well done, you both got that one, so we... Second question. You know Anna? That's the pretty blonde one. Yes? She plays the saxophone. Have you seen her play the saxophone? She's playing at the beginning. Does she play an alto saxophone or a tenor saxophone? Yes. No, it's not, I'm afraid. It's a tenor. So, I'm afraid, by default, that goes to Jonathan and Sally, but we have a consolation prize for you. So you don't go away empty-handed. There you are. You can practice your butt heads. Okay? Well done. Give a round of applause. Who our next two contestants are.
Our first couple this evening, Keith, are a father and son here at Butlins. They are Ian and Nathan Browning. Let's welcome them to the stage, shall we, everybody?
I think it was
Our next contestants this evening, Keith, are a mother and son that are here at Butlins this week. They are Dale and Wendy Caffel. Let's welcome them to the stage, shall we?
Come on down, Dale and Wendy. Okay. Are you all well tonight? Good. Are you ready for this? Did you two know you were doing this tonight? There you go. Right. Round 3. Putting up a tent. How are you with camping? Well, we have a very special guest here tonight. Would you please welcome High King Hilda. Now, High King Hilda here is an expert in putting up tents. She spent many years working in millets. And are you going to demonstrate for us? No? Okay. So you have 2 minutes, each team. So we could lay out the tents. You have 2 minutes to work out how to put up the tent. Do we have someone with a stopwatch? So, teams, if you'd like to get to your tent. No touching. Stand away from the tent. Right, just get my... Okay, you now have 2 minutes to put up the tent, starting from now. No helping, please. Julie Alderson. That's 1 minute.
And they both have to be able to sit in it.
And zip it up. And zip it up.
Can we face the audience, please?
Right. Thank you. If you'd like to come out now. I think we can safely say that Ian and Nathan won that round. A round of applause. So that's 2 points for Nathan and Ian, no points for Wendy and Dale. Oh, yes. Okay. Our next round is called Where Do You Think It Is? Now, we need one contestant each from each team. Now, you two, how are you with anatomy? Anatomy is bits of the body. Do you know where your bits of the body are? How much do you know about the body? You keep asking where your hair's gone. So, you each have a big black marker pen. And any second now, your partner will be coming out sometime
Doesn't look pretty, Keith.
very soon.
I don't think this is for primetime television.
Would you like to do a little tap dance for us whilst we're waiting?
No, but I can do this.
Give us a twirl, Penelope, that's a lovely. Okay. So, if you'd like to stand by your partner, in case you don't know, Wendy, this is your partner. Okay, now I'm going to ask you some questions about the body. Again, no helping from the audience, please.
They have the wrong partners.
Okay, question number 1. What is the biggest human bone? I'd like you to encircle, no conferring, no. Well, yes, you can confer, yes. I want you to mark where the biggest bone is. Big circle around the biggest human bone. And if you want to say what it is, that's femur, isn't it? Okay?
What do you think it is then?
We think it's a femur or a thigh bone.
Ian?
We think it's exactly the same.
Well, we'll have to wait and see then. Okay. Number 2. Where is the most active muscle in your body? Shush! Where is the most active muscle in your body? We're supposed to have a screen here, that's why the two of us are standing here. We don't need to go. Question 3.
Shall I ask them what they think it is, Keith?
Go on then.
What do you think it is, Ian?
Well, Lee has a six-pack and I think it is abs.
Does not surprise me. And Wendy?
Oh, it must be the heart, I think.
So romantic.
Oh, okay. Question number 3. Which organ never stops growing as you get older? Shall I give you a hand? I'll give you 3 choices. Is it the tongue, the nose, or the big toe?
What do you think it is, Ian?
I think it's the tongue.
And Wendy?
It's the tongue.
Okay. Question number 4. Where is the smallest human bone? I want you to put a circle around where you think the smallest human bone is. Don't put them, please.
I think I saw some cheating, Keith. Ian?
The cochlea.
And Wendy?
Whatever he said, I
Okay, question number 5. What is the largest human organ? Bit of a trick one, this one. What is the largest human organ?
What do you think it is, Ian?
It's an intestine.
And Wendy?
And we think it's a small intestine.
Okay, and finally, what bones are babies born without? So if you'd like to encircle the bone that a baby is born without. Just anywhere where you think the smallest bone is. What bone the baby's not born with. Anywhere, just wait. Okay, just somewhere. Quickly, no?
You may forfeit your answer, Ian and Wendy.
Okay, so here we go. These are the answers. And this is by special from a cake, Operation Cake. So if you have a problem with the answers, you'll have to take it up with the cake company because they supply these, all right? What is the biggest human bone? It is actually the thigh bone. So I think we were both correct on that one, so 2 points to each team. Where is the most active muscle in your body? It's actually the eye. So that's no points for either team. Which organ, this is an interesting one, which organ never stops growing as you get older? You said it was the tongue, and you said it was the tongue. It is in fact the nose. So no points there. Where is the smallest human bone? You said it was in the ear, and you said it was in the ear. You are both correct. It is in the ear. So that's 2 points on each side. This is a bit of a tricky one. Okay? What is the largest human organ? What did you say it was?
Intestine.
You are all very correct. It is the skin. And then finally, what bones are babies born without? You said teeth, and you said it's actually kneecaps. So, Penelope, what scores have we got?
Well, Keith, Dale and Wendy got 4 points, and in that round, Ian and Nathan also got 4 points.
Oh, well done, okay. Give them a round of applause. Let's have a seat. So, Penelope, at the end of the 4th round, can you please tell us what the scores on the doors are?
At the end of the 4th round, Keith, we have Ian and Nathan with 6 points, and Dale and Wendy with only 4 points.
Oh. So Dale and Wendy, I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye to you. We're very sorry to see the glamour go from this game. And you've got a
But
lovely
don't
prize.
worry, your
You've got a
consolation
consolation
prize, it's the marker pen, you can keep it. You can have one each.
So Ian and Nathan, if you'd like to go to your seat, and if you'd like to welcome back Jonathan and Sandy. Now, for the final round, we have a very, very exciting thing for you. We have, we're very, very pleased to welcome tonight the Bride Dancing Group. They are from the Bognor area, and they are a folk dancing group that do dances from all around the world. And they include all ages. Let's give them a big welcome. They're going to perform for us 2 dances, one from Portugal and one from Sweden. And the contestants, you need to watch very carefully, because in a minute you will be required to do the dances as well. Okay? So, thank you very much, Bride Dancing Group. Let's see. Now, Janet, would you like to come and join me? Janet Douglas is the leader. I'm here. And you're going to judge for us, aren't you? So I think, first of all, we're going to have Jonathan and Sandy. So Ian and Nathan, if you'd like to go off stage so you can't cheat and get a second look at it. So Jonathan and Sandy are now going to have their chance to do the two dances. Two, yes? So here we go, the two dances. And now for the more complicated one. Okay, standing, actually if you're not going to sit down, you can watch the fun now. And let's welcome back Ian and Nathan. Now Ian and Nathan, you've had a time to think about it out there. So we'll now have the stick dance. So, Nathan and Ian, we'd like to see your stick dance, please. If you keep the fiver. Okay, here we go, the second one. Please come and join me. Contestants, come and join me. Well, do you think they passed the audition? So, for Sandy and Jonathan, marks out of 10.
8.
8, okay, well done. Okay. And marks out of 10 for Ian and Nathan.
Well, they were very entertaining, but they didn't do the steps properly. So 6.
6. Tonight, and thank you very much, dancers, for coming. We thoroughly enjoyed having you here. It's been nice. Give them a round of applause. So, Ian, Nathan, come here, please. Jonathan, Sandy, please. So, Penelope, at the end of the 5th round, please
At the
tell us
end of the
scores.
5th round, Keith, I'm afraid to say that Nathan and Ian will be going home. And you can take your jackets with you and leave now. Get this far in the competition, Jonathan.
Amazing.
Sandy?
No comments.
Okay, so Sandy and Jonathan have come to like to join me. We're now going to ask you a question. We're on to the final bit. It's the conveyor belt. No expense spared here at Butlins. No, it's not on it. But we have, one of you has to answer. We're going to ask you a question. You probably won't know the answer. Well, I could probably say now you won't know the answer to this. But the one person who gets nearest to it will be the person who will be going to see the conveyor belt. I'm just trying to remember how many years it was. The question is, how many years has Ian Browning been coming to Butlins? Sandy, how many do you think? That's in the team, on the team as a guitarist.
understand it, because this is my first year, I'd say 12.
12. Jonathan, how many years do you think... Shh. Jonathan, how many years do you think that he's been coming? 15. 15! Ian Browning, would you like to tell us, how many years have you been coming playing your guitar?
I don't know. I think this is my 10th year as a member of the team.
So, Sandy, you have won that one. So, Jonathan, if you'd like to go and sit down. Sandy, if you'd like to come stand over here. Now, over the next few seconds, you are going to see a number of objects pass along the conveyor belt. When they have gone past, you will then have a minute to remember as many things on the conveyor belt as possible. Are you ready? No? So, Penelope, will you tell us what's on the conveyor belt? Here we go.
There's a rolling pin. Next we have a bucket and spade, especially from the Hopping region. Then we have a photo frame. You can keep your pictures of your favourite New Horizons holidays here. An adventure Bible from SP&S. We have a yellow mug. Next week we have a cuddling toy with a Salvation Army t-shirt on. Next week we have an FM scan radio. We have the Left Behind collection from SP&S. Next week we have a beach ball that I think they're going to drop. We have a rain mac, especially for those rainy days on the beach. A cork board. Egg cups. A pair of pants. A Salvation Army fleece from SP&S. A hoop. And that is all for our conveyor belt to keep.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. Okay, Penelope, are you ready to take anything?
I'm ready to keep.
Take notes. I keep thinking. Okay, you now have a minute, if I can see it, to report how many things there were on the conveyor belt. Here we go.
Egg cups, fleece, set of books, the cuddly toy, the hula hoop, my husband's underpants, a picture frame, a timer, bucket and spade, a watch thing, a beach ball, a rolling pin, yes, for DHQ when I get home. Oh, no, I said the hoop, haven't I? The hat. It's not very nice. The fleece, we said the fleece. The Bibles, oh yes, the Bibles. The Left Behind series. Oh, that Mac. The Lorraine's Tuesday. Was there a holiday to Barbados in there?
No. Didn't she do it well? So, Sandy, let's see what prizes you got tonight. You get to keep all those and take them home with you.
Frank, we've got some charity shop stock here wherever you are.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Sandy a round of applause. Well done. And perhaps you might like to share your prizes with Jonathan. Jonathan and Sandy, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Did they do well? Well, we'd like to thank everybody who's taken part tonight, and once again to thank the brides dance group for coming in. We're very thrilled to have had them here, and it's good to have them. Now, something special coming up in about half an hour's time. Don't go away. Hendon Band. Hendon Band will be in here to give us a concert tonight, and that starts at what time, Penelope? She is blocked. 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock, back in here for Hendon Band.
Good night from me.
And good night from her.